Imagine with me a church where a lifelong Christ follower and someone who's never previously darkened the doors of a church are able to sit next to one another and both enjoy an experience that changes their lives and connects them to Jesus. Imagine a setting where someone who has a thriving relationship with Christ can grow in their faith even deeper, and at the same time it's an irresistible environment that captures the hearts and the imaginations of people that previously considered themselves far from God. A place where students can ask their questions in a safe environment that's also fascinating and inviting. And a place where kids can learn that God loves them through leaders that care deeply about them, and they beg their parents to come back because they love it so much. Well, over the last several months, there's been a group of people that have begun to create that experience at Current Church, an irresistible church environment in St. Joe, Missouri. And that group of people, they've decided, I'm going to invite my friends. I'm going to invite my family, invite my coworkers, because this is a place that they can connect with God. And they've begun jumping into serving with all that they have, and it's such a joy to be a part of it. We've begun investing in teenagers because we all know this, it's not getting any easier to be a middle school or a high school student. And we want to partner with parents and students to get through life the best way they can as they discover a faith of their own. And we want preschool and elementary age kids to discover God in a fun and engaging way, to build great friendships and grow in their faith with the investment of caring adult leaders. We've already begun stepping out in community partnership because we want to pour our love and resources into our community to let them know that Current loves people inside our walls and outside our walls. We know that St. Joe doesn't necessarily need another church, but just maybe it could greatly benefit from another kind of church. One where the message is clear and the environments are welcoming, and church people are comfortable bringing their unchurched friends, family members, and coworkers because people that are far from God can connect with God. And you may have thought this about yourself at some point, and we know that there are people in this community that think this to themselves all the time. They think, I don't have a shot with God. There's no way that I could possibly have a relationship with Jesus. And our hope is that they come through the doors of Current and that they discover that people love them and care about them. They discover that the message makes sense, and they can discover that God gave everything for them, that Jesus gave everything for them. We wholeheartedly believe what Jesus' brother James said when he told us that we should not make it difficult for those who are coming to faith in Jesus Christ. So for us, that means that we believe we should throw open every door we can to create environments for people to come and be loved by God's people and be loved by Jesus. We are dedicated to encouraging, equipping, and leading as many people to follow Jesus as possible. Every single time that we chase after God-sized dreams, we see God do some amazing things, and we get to be a part of those amazing things that God is doing. So I want to ask you to consider doing 3 simple things. Would you ask God to break your heart for the things that break His heart in our community? And then would you take some sort of step to join us in this journey? Perhaps it's joining us on a Sunday and being part of our team, or maybe it's just putting wind in the sails of our mission through a financial gift. And then would you pray, God, how far should I go? Just how much should I risk? How in am I really willing to be? Because I believe that if we come together, we could accomplish things in the next several years that to this point, we've only dreamt about. And you're invited to be a part of it.